Hey guys, back at it again with another video. My name's EJ Smith. If you're new to the channel, I am showing you guys the process of creating your own AI agency from scratch. So, some of the things I've been working on this week is building the foundation, kind of the backbone to my agency. A lot of things that I've been working on recently has been to bring clientele to my agency and just fulfilling some of the things that my client needs. This week, I wanted to focus on some of the foundational work of my agency. Through that, I've been going through bounds and leaps to figure out some issues that's been going on with my Upwork account. And so I've been doing a lot of emailing, there's been a lot of back and forth, there's been a lot of calls to figure out how to fix my Upwork account. Upwork for those who do not know it's a great platform that was recommended to me to use for cold outreach to help find new clientele. Now, something that I've learned though is that first, just do the warm outreach. And warm outreach is connecting with people in your own network first to figure out if you can help them within their own company. Now, they don't have to be company owners, of course, but even if they're an employee, taking a step to actually doing outreach to see if you can help them out first is it's very beneficial to you because there could be an opportunity there that you didn't even know about until you actually did the outreach. And a great example of that was actually earlier this week. I reached out to an old mentor of mine and I told him some of the things I've been working on. And he actually saw an opportunity for me to help him out with what they're trying to do within the healthcare space. And so just by reaching out to him just to seek wisdom gave me an opportunity to actually go into a whole different industry. And so, which I'm very grateful about too. On Wednesday, I worked on some schoolwork. I talked to my accountability coach, and she actually guided me into the right path on some of the next steps that I need to take in order to kind of scale this agency out. So, because of that, I plan on talking to a business coach next week to help with the scalability of my agency, to know to ask certain questions about some of the fundamentals within my business in order for it to be fully functioning and kind of rolling in the right direction. On top of that, I plan on talking to a couple developers next week to help me, expand on some of the ideas that I have within this lead generator that I'm trying to create for my client. On Thursday, I met with my client to figure out the next steps. It's been pretty slow, so that's kind of been what's been frustrating for me. And through that slowness, I realized that we could work on other things within the agency, like finding new opportunities as well. Maybe not start those opportunities, but just kind of, throw seeds and figure out who actually would need my skill sets in other areas while I'm waiting on some of the things that they need to fulfill for me first before I can really tackle on some of the things in order to build the infrastructure for this lead generator. So, what now? For me, honestly, this week has felt like I've been going in the wrong direction, and I've asked the question like, is this even right for me? And it's funny because that's just kind of what happens throughout the process, and that's what I've learned so far is like there's gonna be times throughout my journey and throughout this process to where I feel like this is not the right thing for me, but I have to push through that because I know what's on the other side of that. And there's been little things and little nuggets that have been thrown to me throughout this week that has shown that this is the right thing for me. And where I just need to keep my head down and continue to work and try to work on my goals every day in order to achieve those things. And on that, I'm very grateful for the many obstacles that have came my way this week because it's helped me grow in areas that I needed to grow in. And something that I need to grow in is to stop focusing on trying to get so many things done at once, and hone in on one thing at a time, get that accomplished, then go on to the next. Get this thing accomplished and then go on to the next. Get this one thing accomplished and then go on to the next. And so that's what I've been learning. That's where I've been growing. and I'm very grateful. I feel like I'm definitely in that grind period, but I'm also at a place where there was a lot of confusion mentally for me because I didn't really know where to go because of how stagnant it's been with my client. And like the next time I'll see my client would be in 2 weeks because he's going to be out of town. And pretty much the ball is in their court and the things that I need from them. Because my client is going to be gone for so long, I had to figure out what I can do between that time in order for me to be ready for when he comes back and it's really my time to really start executing on the workflows. That's where I've been at. I'm still trying to figure that out, and I think that's what next week is going to be about. Me doing a bunch of outreach to figure out certain things that I need to do in order to help be successful with my first client. I also want to say thank you to Deli and Lewis or Thomas and Oscar for some of the wisdom that they're able to provide for me and some of the videos that I've been doing so far and videos that I've been doing on other social media platforms. They're guys from the Netherlands. I hope I got that right. Please don't get upset with me, Oscar and Thomas, if I messed that up. But they're guys from the Netherlands who who I who I look to for advice, honestly. I think what they're doing with their agency is very impactful. I'll say that what I see from them is consistency, and I appreciate the consistency that I see from them because it shows that for myself that I can do it and that all it takes is, like I always talk about, the day-to-day actions in order to be successful. And so they're a great example of that, and I just wanted to give them a little shout out because they've helped me just by giving me advice and what things I need to grow on when it comes to working on my own personal brand and stuff like that. So thank you guys, I appreciate it. I think that's pretty much it for this video. I appreciate you guys if you guys stayed in this long. Just a lot of things has been going that's been going through my mind and been trying to figure out how to get it out. So um thank you guys. Hope you guys have a blessed day and blessed week, and I'll see you guys in the next video.